Hey everybody, welcome to my usual me. Welcome back to Life is Feudal, the MMO. Alright guys, so the other day I was live streaming this and somebody said, "Hey, your character's starving." And I said, "I don't care." And people, they didn't understand why I don't care that I run out of food. And your soft health starts to go down, and because slowly you're going to start starving yourself to death, and if it reaches zero, you're going to fall unconscious, right? So you won't die, but you'll fall unconscious, and that can be a problem. And so I'm doing what I got to do in the in the daily grind of doing things, and my hard stamina goes down as I'm working, and it gets down to zero, and I run out of food, and my soft health starts to go down, and I'm not worried about it. And people say, "Well, why aren't you worried about it, Usual? What, Mr. Usual? Why are you not worried about get your soft health going down and your hard stamina being empty?" Because I know at the end of the day, I can cure all that with just a few herbal preparations. Now, this is my herbalist right here. If you don't know how herbalism works, let me, let me show you. So what you'll do is you go and you find your herbs. To find your herbs, you just go to a grassy spot and right click on it, and you go down and you look for herbs, and you're gonna find your herbs, and they're gonna pop up just like when you go and you look for anything else, and they're gonna pop up and they're gonna glitter like this, and then they're gonna look like this. They're gonna be blue, and then you gather your herbs. So you need a sickle to gather your herbs. So once you've done this for quite a while, once you get a bunch of herbs put together, you're gonna go ahead and get to your mortar and pestle. You're gonna right click on it and go mix preparation, and then you're gonna go ahead and at first your herbs you won't have any of the effects. You won't know any of the effects, and every herb is different for every single person. So it doesn't, you can't, I mean, like the Halatra Coroni right here, for me, is raise willpower, raise intellect, and damage hard stamina. So that is not going to be the same for you. It's going to be a different set of effects you're going to find. So if you might have herbs that somebody else needs, or they might have herbs that you need, and you can trade back and forth. You can say, "Hey, do you have this?" You can say, "Hey, do you have any Fasari Tolje, because I need that for Flux, and somebody else might have it, but for them, their Fasari Tolje might actually be raised agility, naphtha, and lowers max HP or soft HP. It could be because the effects are different for every single person, which makes trading with herbalists a really cool thing. So anyway, but today we're looking what you do. Well, by the way, what you do is you take two herbs and you put them in your mortar and pestle. You hit craft, and then if you don't, and then you will mix and match herbs until you find all of the effects that each one of your herbs can do. Like I still haven't found all the effects for all of mine, but I've done a pretty good job about getting most of them. So anyway, but there's two different preparations because you'll make a preparation, and there are two different preparations that we're looking for today. Now I have some herbal preparations here. I just went into my other character here, who he has no food. His hard stamina is down to 11, and he's starting to lose his soft health because he's been starving for a while. Now this guy it worked really hard yesterday. I didn't feed him. I don't care. Now it does bear noting though that when you don't eat, guys, your food quality goes down, right? My guy's food quality is at 0.5. So far, I haven't found any food that can raise your food quality very well. So this is definitely going to take your food quality and suck it out. So your XP is going to be low because you're not eating. So bear in mind, this is only for those of you who are in the beginning stages or in the mid stages of working, or building your character, and maybe you don't have a lot of food to spare, or you don't want to take the time to go out and fish and cook or whatever. And I keep these preparations on hand for times like when I don't have a lot of food or when I can't be bothered to cook. I keep these preparations because I needed to level up my herbalist anyway, and these preparations are a byproduct, so I don't throw them away. I keep them. And so what will happen is you're looking for these two preparations: the refreshing preparation, which will restore your hard stamina, and you're looking for the adrenaline preparation, which restores your soft HP. Now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take I'm going to take a couple of these refreshing preparations right here, and I'm going to take these adrenaline preparations right here, and we'll go ahead and close this out. And then I'm going to take the refreshing preparation first. It's going to raise my hard stam without me sitting down. I'm going to eat that preparation. Now watch what happens. Look at that hard stamina going up. Now my health is going down, and I have way more hard stamina than I do health. So you got to be careful, or this will knock you out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take one of my adrenaline preparations, and we're going to go ahead and eat that, and that's going to raise my soft HP. Well, what that's going to do is it's not going to raise it right now because I'm going up with my hard stamina. This is actually going to just stop me from losing my health so quickly. See, I'm only losing 1 health for every 4 or 5 ticks on my hard stamina now. So you're mitigating that problem, but you could probably actually eat one of these first, and then raise your raise your health all the way up, so that you'll be able to raise your hard stamina up. Now that's stopped, and now my soft health is going back up. It's all now depending on how strong of a herbalist you have, the magnitude will be larger. If it was a magnitude 1.5, then the refreshing preparation would do better. And like the adrenaline preparation, if it was a 1.5, it would do better. Now they're only magnitude 1 because I made these while my herbalist was kind of a low level. So you got to be aware of that as well. So now look at that soft health going up. I'm not eating at all. So you don't have to sit down to eat. I mean, you don't have to sit down to get your hard stamina back. You don't need to eat to get your soft health back. Look at this soft health going up super, super quick. So as soon as this is all the way up, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat one more of these other preparations. All right, that's about as far as it's going to go. And we're going to go ahead and get our hard stamina back up. I'm going to eat this again. And it might take 2 or 3 of these to do that, guys. But it's going to be a lot faster than sitting on your butt getting your hard stamina back, because you know how long that takes. And look how fast this hard stamina is going up, guys. Look how fast it is. And you could be doing something else while this is happening too, right? You can be working and doing whatever. If you don't have the food, you don't want to be bothered to go get it, then these preparations, if you have them, they don't weigh hardly anything at all. Like what does 2 preparations weigh? 0.4. So carry a few of these in your pocket, and down, or keep them, in a bark box or something. You can have a whole bunch of them. They don't weigh anything, and since they're a byproduct of your character making preparations anyway, you're gonna have these when you're leveling your herbalist character. Now, all right, so we're at 117 out of 126. I'm going to call that good. I'm going to eat another one of these adrenaline preparations, and that's going to raise my soft health back up. Now, you got to be careful if you're doing this and you're out and about. You want to be careful that you're not outside the protectorate or outside of your fief, because if you're out in the world doing this, then and you get attacked by an animal or attacked by another character, another person, then you know, if you're low on soft health, obviously you're going to be at a disadvantage. So be aware, be careful when you're using these preparations like this, because you want to be in a safe spot when you do it. And this is how I do it. This is how I do. So I'm not worried about starving. Granted, like I said, your food quality will get all the way down to 0.5 if you do this too much. So you're going to have less XP per action than you normally would if you have really good food. If you have really good food, then by all means eat really good food, guys. Let's not. This is only a stopgap measure. This is not a daily thing that you want to do all the time. But this is a really neat little trick to help you along your way. I hope that this helped you out. Hope you understand preparations a little bit more. Experiment with preparations. If you have any things that you'd like to do with preparations, let me know in the comment section below, because I'm kind of curious as to how people are using their herbalism to help them in their daily lives in the game. So I hope this helped you out, guys. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do that right now. As I always say, I am my usual me. You be your usual you. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.